Subscribe now and I'll love you forever. Next year, for the same price that I bought my 12 Pro Max, and for the same price that you can buy the 13 coming up soon, you'll be able to buy the iPhone 14, which is going to have features that the 13 has. All the features that the 13 has, plus more. It's like you are, hey, you're signing up for a Patreon, and you got the more expensive tier that has all of the features of all the previous models, of all the previous tiers, plus a few new ones. That's what the iPhone 14 is going to have. It's going to have all the features of the 13, but better, and plus some new ones, okay? So, first off, the camera and the processor, again, are going to be even better, even more improved. No clue if the camera bump is going to be even bigger on the 14 to where your 13 cases won't fit on your 14. We'll see, but it's going to have a 48 megapixel, I think, ultra-wide camera, so that'd be pretty cool. Again, I could be totally wrong. I'm not a camera person. Anywho, cameras are going to be much better. With that, a periscope lens for much better optical zoom. Galaxy S20 Ultra introduced that in 2020 with Samsung. Now, Apple's kind of implementing it possibly in 2022. Much better zoom. Not digital zoom, it's going to be optical zoom. So it's going to be the actual camera, not just kind of, cropping it in. So it'll be much better quality, be much nicer. Next up, and something I'm really excited for. So remember how I said the notch is going to get a little bit smaller? Well, in 2022, that might even get away with the notch entirely for a possible hole punch design. How cool is that? Now, I don't know what that's going to do with Face ID, because Face ID is hidden in the notch right now. So, is Face ID going to go under the display? Are they going to shrink it enough to go into the hole punch? I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's Apple. I trust them. They've always done really well, and they really don't disappoint when it comes to certain things. On the idea of Face ID and unlocking, Touch ID might be coming back. Might be making its return. Either under the display, or kind of like in the iPad Airs, it'll be on the home button. I would love it. I guess the power button. I would love it, if it would be on both. So you have Touch ID under the display, on the side power button, and then you have Face ID. That would be really cool. Maybe that's just like a pro feature. Who knows? Okay, next up, and I'm assuming this is only for the pros. Right now, the pros have a stainless steel body, the stainless steel chassis and glass on the back, and the non-pros have a aluminum and glass on the back. Next year, the pros might have titanium instead of stainless steel. So that is stronger. I think it's actually more expensive, but it might not even get smudged up as much as stainless steel does. It's not going to get scratched up as stainless steel does. It's going to look nicer. Just better material altogether, more premium material altogether for the pros. The cheapest 6.7-inch iPhone ever. So, right now we have the 12 Pro Max. And if you want the big model, you have to go for the Pro. But next year, Apple is getting rid of the iPhone mini in favor of an iPhone 14 Max. Not Pro Max, just Max. So you're going to have two 6.1-inch phones. So you're going to have the 12, the 13, the 14. You're going to have the 14 and the 14 Pro. Then you're going to have the 14 Max and the 14 Pro Max. Does that kind of make sense? So you're going to have two 6.1 inches, two 6.7-inch phones. So if you really want the big screen, you need the biggest screen, but you don't want all the Pro features, then yes, Apple 2022 will provide that for you. And on the idea of Pro features, 120 Hz might be coming to all models. I think this is awesome. All models is going to be beautiful. It's going to be the reason that a lot of people upgrade probably. If you can notice 120 Hz, again, if you don't want the pros but you want certain features, 120 Hz is probably the most popular feature, meaning it'll be on all the other models. So I think Apple will sell a good bit more models next year than they will this year. Who knows? Okay, LiDAR will be coming to all the models. So again, better camera, better AR capabilities. I don't use LiDAR too much except for portrait mode, and it makes portrait mode on my iPhone really good. But aside from that, it's coming to all models. 8K video. Maybe this will be on the Pros, I'm not sure, but video is great on the iPhones right now. 8K video. The iPhone will be capable of doing such a thing. That's pretty epic. Am I right? Like, is that just me, or am I a nerd? I'm a nerd. Okay. An even better battery. If the 13 is going to get a better battery, I'm assuming, I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm on my knees praying. Will the iPhone 14 have a better battery? It's going to have 120 Hz. It's going to have the better camera. It's going to have Touch ID possibly. It's got to have a better battery to compensate for all of this. That means hopefully the battery is going to be even better. Like, you can go to bed without charging your iPhone 14. Like I have my 14, I wish. I have my 12 Pro Max, and typically by midday I'm at 50%. Recording video takes a lot of battery out of it. I'm listening to YouTube all day. Currently I'm listening through the Harry Potter books again because I'm a nerd and I need to listen to something constantly. So if I'm not listening to a stupid tech podcast like the Genius Bar podcast or the Waveform podcast or the Taylosive podcast, which those things are hilarious and amazing, then I'm listening to the Harry Potter books. I love them. Probably my favorite story ever. Don't at me. So on that, I hope, I beg, I pray, better battery life, like 2-day battery life, 3-day battery life. We'll see. And then maybe, possibly, probably on the Max, Pro Max model. It's supposed to come out this year. It's not coming out next year. Portless. Do you think there will be a portless design? Let me know in the comments below. But I'm hoping there will be a portless design. I am excited for the portless design. So the only thing I really use the port for right now on my phone is to plug in my camera. It's to plug in my microphone to my phone. So that's going to suck, and I'm going to have to figure out a way around that. But I really feel like a portless model is going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool too. But that's it. So that is why I'm skipping the iPhone 13 in favor of the iPhone 14 next year. So I'm going to take this year, save up some money, so when the 14 comes out, I can sell my 12 Pro Max and get the beautiful 14. So if you agree, if you disagree, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit subscribe, hit like. I'd appreciate it. It's free, but it benefits me a lot. I have a couple other channels linked below. I also teach some guitar lessons on a YouTube channel. I only have one video out right now, but if you have any ideas for videos on that channel, let me know. I have a couple of songs on my other channel, Under the Covers, where a friend and I make covers of songs, and we recently posted an original song and another original song coming out next week, hopefully, on there. So that's it. I'm Jake. This is a shot on my phone.